So what is the name of your show and where people can find you?
Well, it probably won't surprise anybody, but with a cowboy hat and a boot, it's the Wild West Crypto Show. So when I started the show, especially 5 years ago, I got in space in 2013, it was the Wild, Wild West, and it's still the Wild West. But we've tamed it a little bit. We have a long way to go. And to your point, the very reason you do what you do and I do what I do is to share the word about the future of money and the evolution of technology. And I got into this space because I firmly believe that the way that we can play in the financial field globally will lift more people out of poverty than anything that has ever happened in the past. And we will also see technology and everything else accelerate to a degree all over the world like we've never seen before. And being part of that is awesome.
Oh, I could not agree anymore. What I love about crypto, it really makes it all inclusive. There's no genders, there's no races. It's you are who you are. And actually, we're also here to promote women of Web3 because I think this is an industry that can really bring like my girlfriend is here and she's a founder of Token Place, and she got into crypto because of her son who is a teenager. In the way I got into gaming because my son is a gamer. So it's I think it's very inclusive between different generations and different gamers, different people, different cultures. And I think it's really a way for people to learn anew, but also to make a huge impact in the world.
It's interesting you say that. So my sons and I have two boys that are raised as a single father, and we were kind of in business together, but it was a little bit different, the generational or legacy businesses where the kids take over the dad's wood shop or whatever. In crypto, we're all playing in this. And of course, as an old man, I've had to learn to become more techie than I thought I would ever be, But watching it happen and then watching all the crazy things, and I had never thought in 2013 when I got into the space, what was an NFT really? We never thought it'd be, what is DeFi, decentralized finance? Now we're seeing the metaverse and Web3, and it is crazy, the acceleration of the things that are going on. What's really funny to me, and I've observed this for a number of years, the U.S. has been real slow to adopt this because it competes with the existing financial systems. But the cow's out of the barn, and being a cowboy, I can say that I've chased many cows that have gotten out of the barn. So the cow's out of the barn. Now you have to decide, what are we going to do with the cow? Because he's not going back in the barn.
A lot of people are afraid of regulation, but realistically, it's not going anywhere. I hate using the phrase "too big to fail," but in a way, when you have a global community of so many people, regulation coming in place is a good thing because we actually know what rules we can play with. We know what to do, what not to do, but also it would weed out people who are abusing the crypto, who are abusing the cryptocurrencies. It will weed out the companies who just want to, get their tokens to go up and crush them. That will all go away. People who are real people, who are believers in technology, who are here to do good, will stay. And we kind of actually need that downturn. We need that shakeout in the industry. What do you think?
It's absolutely true, and I've seen it where it was the write a white paper, throw it out there, make a bunch of money, and then run. And there were no real solutions in the space, okay? So most cryptocurrencies, there's been about, depending on who you listen to, between 200,000 and 400,000 cryptocurrencies created. There's somewhere today, you can look at CoinMarketCap, they show about 13,500 of them. Somewhere around 20,000 still exist, right? But now we're seeing real world solutions, problems being solved, the accountability of governments and everything else. It does hold the transparency that this creates. It is literally life-changing, but not only for the United States, but for the entire world. And so it is time to embrace this. So if you can't beat it, you may as well become part of it, right?
100%. And DeFi creates so many opportunities for people. You can use the arbitrage opportunities with the flash loans. We don't have, before only big banks can, hedge funds can participate in different arbitrage or opportunities. Right now, pretty much anybody can if they take their time to understand and to learn. It can be a pretty steep learning curve. No doubt about it. Before it will get more accepted globally and technology is going to evolve, you need to learn. You need to take time, and you always need to do your own research. Of course, I always say that. But I think it's still such a great opportunity for people to get to kind of control their own finances, control their future, to make your money, and to educate and support generations.
Exactly. So globally, 3 billion billion people approximately unbanked, don't have an address. But now in a world of 7 billion people, where 5.5 billion have a cell phone, and that cell phone is their address and it's their bank. And my partner and I, when I first got into this and started doing it, went to a senior center, and we wanted to educate people about cryptos, and they really didn't want to hear it because they said it'll never apply to us. And so I held up my cell phone and I said, how many of y'all have one of these? And every one of them held up their cell phones, and I said, how many of y'all send pictures of your grandkids to your family? And they all did. And I said, what if you could send money to a grandchild in need anywhere in the world, literally in minutes for almost no fees? Do you see a value? And they went from being like this to being like this. And so it's going to affect every single generation. I've gifted my grandkids, bought them different cryptocurrencies, socking them away. Some of them may not make it, but one of them goes out there and runs, can be life-changing.
One of our projects, Original Gamer Life, there's 3 billion gamers, and that includes, the phones, devices globally, and a lot of them are unbanked, and a lot of them have issues. So we're trying to utilize the gaming community by building a metaverse for video gamers, kind of a Twitch meets Teams, but also call it a multiverse because we want to be all-inclusive. There's so many different metaverses being built, but there is nobody addressing, how to
intercompatibility. Yes.
My tongue is twisted. I'm just talking so much. Sorry about that. But realistically, that's an issue because we just watched the panel. How do you connect? You have this person, that metaverse, that game. So what we're trying to create is actually a central hub that will connect with other games, that you can just go there and play whatever the game of your choice. You can earn crypto just by doing simple tasks, and also by utilizing, health and wellness. It's a lot of it about mental health, promoting, how do you promote your health and wellness into the metaverse, into the gaming space, into digital space, and actually bring it into the real life. So that's what we're trying to do. We're all inclusive, bringing other metaverses together, building other metaverses, connecting the games, but also encouraging gamers and rewarding them for living a healthy lifestyle outside of the gaming activity. So it creates tremendous opportunities to really make our world a much better place.
One of the things, especially as an old guy, I'm an inventor. I've got 7 patents, and so I come from the IP space. What I'm loving seeing, especially even young people, almost anyone out there, that are all of a sudden their creative minds are opening and they're finding solutions that nobody even knew existed. And so it's that kind of global innovation, because God gave us free will, and we have a mind that can wander and do anything it wants to do, right? And now being able to put that thing to work and solving problems for people, and there's nothing more gratifying to see a smile on someone's face for something you created that helped them in some incremental way. And we see that happen again and again and again. And I like to say it's happening at the speed of crypto. It's incredible how this is going on. And then, when you look at the interconnectivity of the entire planet in a way that's never happened, Starlink. I mean, there will be a time in the very near future where everyone on this planet will be connected one way or another, and it stands to benefit all of mankind. It's awesome.
100%. I mean, look how much technology innovation happened in the last 100 years, and the way it's progressing. It's almost actually scary how fast the technology is coming around, It is. And when you look at the, Marvin or DeFi movie, when you look in all the movies that, sci-fi movies that you thought that will never exist, and now everything is happening. Mm-hmm. People already traveling to the space. Next thing we're going to have, flying cars, but it all exists. Yes. So, and for those who are denying crypto and denying that technological advancement, I think they're just trying to closing their eyes on what's inevitable in this world, because it will be the future. DeFi will be the future, but it will be regulated. The other countries are going to step in, but it will create so many communication and financial exchanges without borders and connecting people around the world. So I think it's just a beautiful thing.
We can end it on that. This whole thing in this movement is such a beautiful thing. And thank you so much for giving me a little bit of time today. I'm usually on the other side of this, but this was kind of a joint interview thing. So yeah, high five to you. You're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Doc. Yeah, I appreciate it.